Friday evening. I haven't had my supper yet. Oh, it's good to be back. I've had a very, very full day and an exciting day. Back into some more training. Yes, of course. That keeps my hair pink. Amazing people, and it's talking about presenting on stage, which I have done lots of, but I need to just sharpen up my skills. And I love to be learning. Today, though, Friday, the weekend, and I've been doing a lot of work around what's my story? What's your story? Every individual, period, has their own story. That's the uniqueness of who we are. And out of that uniqueness and being who we are a piece of that flowing web that ties the world together. And so I'm going to do a little reading and leave you to reflect on what is your story. I've been doing so much work on my own story, and I keep finding other little insights. That happened. Oh, there's that where was that feeling from? Oh my goodness. So much of it is from our childhood, because that is when we came up with the feelings that would protect our little tender hearts. Even if it wasn't traumatic to anybody else, whatever we were going through felt traumatic for us. So whether it was the good, the bad, the ugly, didn't matter. There was something emotionally we felt and something that we wrapped around it. And that's what we still keep living from. And sometimes those childhood things that kept us safe in childhood hold us back in our adulthood. That's why it's really important to celebrate knowing your story is different than anyone else's story. And it's good chance if you wanted to just go write it down and understand who you are, where you came from within your own emotional heart. So here's from Daily Om, which I receive daily. I love their stuff, and they've got courses that are very cost effective. You can kind of choose your own price from 3 prices, but you could check it out, Daily Om. And this one was everyone has a story. Every person on this planet has a story to tell, something that makes them unique, adding to the whole. Like without your piece of the story, the world's not complete. It's the tapestry. It's easy to forget sometimes that everyone has a story to tell if we take the time to listen. We are so accustomed to hearing the stories of people in the news that we sometimes lose track of the fact that the random stranger on the bus also has a fascinating story. I love collecting those when I'm traveling. Somebody said, "Oh, surprise, Sandra likes talking." Oh, surprise, Sandra likes meeting people. And oh, surprise, I get into asking questions about where they came from and how they got to be where they are. The sheer variety of paths taken in this world, from the farmers to the CEOs to homeless people to world travelers, is indicative of how much we can learn from each other and from each individual. Sometimes that shy, quiet person at work has the most amazing life story and the biggest dreams. It is up to us that takes time to find out. Some people travel a path of wealth and privilege, while others struggle with only themselves to rely on. And both have great stories to tell. Each person learns lessons, makes choices, and develops lives will have slightly different experience, leading them to a different point of view. Discussions are so delicious. That's Kash's word, delicious. She likes delicious. I like it too, because discussions are really where we come together and exchange ideas. Such a treasure trove just waiting to be explored. When we take the time to ask questions and listen, that's important too. And listen, not thinking about, oh, what am I going to say when they're done? No. Just listen. Carry into the conversation. Take a moment and you'll know what to respond. You don't have to think about what am I going to say and you're not listening. You don't like it when some people don't listen to you, and it's just not fulfilling on either side of that conversation. When we take the time to ask questions and listen, we find that every person has a fascinating story to tell and an utterly unique perspective from which to tell it. Bearing this in mind, we have the opportunity to approach the world around us in a whole new way. There is never any reason to be bored at a party or on the bus or in a conversation with a stranger. When we retain that spark of curiosity, I like to think that I would be lost without my spark of curiosity. When people say, "What keeps you going?" "Oh, I'm curious. I'm curious. I want to know." That spark of curiosity and the warmth required to open someone up. We always have in front of us the makings of a great story. All we have to do is ask. All we have to do is ask. And I'm asking each of you to just reflect a little on your own story. And when you're ready to express it and get into that communication and talk it through and get clear, it's important to put it down, even if it's for your own self or your own family. You can do it. You know it. It's Coach Sandra, Compassionate Queen of Straight Talk. You can do it. I can help. You know the deal. link.sandravolks.ca and have a discovery call. All the best for a wonderful weekend. Take care. I got to find that button. Thank you.